XDC continues to be one of the most overlooked and undervalued and even underappreciated as well, I have to say, projects in the space, especially around the utility side of things. I have been following XRP and XLM and HBAR and all these projects, and it feels as though there's a lot of big spotlights put on these projects right now, but XDC continues to be overlooked. And I think that this is also very clear when you look at the markets that XDC is listed on. Like, where's Binance? Where's Coinbase? Where's all these big exchanges? It's kind of crazy that XDC continues to be this gatekept from the retail sector and overlooked as well, which I have no idea why this is. But we can utilize this as, an advantage, basically. So going to talk about that. We're going to be addressing it. So welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. So let's actually talk about that, right? I did put out a post regarding the fact that XDC is not listed on Binance and or even Coinbase by now is absolutely ridiculous. This is one of the most slept on projects in this space, which is very bullish for us who are paying attention. And yes, if you are watching this video, if you are paying attention right now, while we are in January of 2025, you have something special on your hands. You have a project that is sitting at a fully diluted value of $3.5 billion, a market cap right now of almost $1.4 billion. It's sitting at sub 10 cents. And this is a project that I actually foresee hitting $1. Possibly this run. And I know that you might be saying, well, Nick, you're not even that bullish on it. Possibly this run that's only, roughly a 10x away. Listen, I think that XDC could potentially pull an XRP. And what do I mean by that? Well, if we go looking at, XRP and we go to the all-time chart here, and we focus on this move back here, nobody cared about XRP during this entire boring sideways move. Nobody cared about XRP up until around roughly this move back in May of 2017. But even then, a lot of people got bored after May because everyone was like, all right, well, that's it. It's dead. It's done. And then, nope, boom. Biggest move on the XRP chart in history. When we look at XDC right now, I do think that some of these moves that we see on this chart currently are very similar to some of these moves in here or potentially here. Which means, yeah, my dollar valuation, even though it's very conservative, could easily be blown out of the water. We could hit $2, $3 when it comes to XDC. We could even hit potentially even higher than that. But we don't know what's going to happen. That's why I always say, $1 is my main target when it comes to XDC. But I do believe that this is going to be much, much more valuable long term, especially as we do look at the overall target, market. Now, talking about that, let's actually talk about why XDC is going to be listed on some major exchanges very soon, in my opinion. Well, it all goes by how these exchanges work, right? These exchanges look at the market potential. How much money can we actually make off of these projects? Well, we know that XDC has been getting some love lately, but also it's on some of the most top, public chains by total value locked charts that are getting posted by some of these accounts. For an example, XDC is labeled on here, top 15 public chains by total value locked growth in 2024. XDC saw 856% gain in terms of TVL. And then also we have over here, this is from Chain Broker, top public chains by TVL growth. Again, XDC up about 33.7%. Now this is actually showing that XDC is sitting at about a market cap of 1.5 billion. And we could see the 33.7% growth at 27.8 million. Again, over here, it's about roughly 35.2 million. This is something that really kind of changes day by day. But for the most part, it is on some of these lists now. We're starting to see a little bit of love when it comes to XDC. I do think that that's going to actually continue. but also check out some of the expansions that have been happening around XDC. This was the week of December 29th through the 4th, actually, of January. And we have the holidays are behind us, but the XDC ecosystem keeps progressing with more updates and milestones. Let's dive on in. So number one, we have XDC network expands in Brazil with the launch of C9 Chain, a specialized subnet built for financial institutions supporting Drex, Brazil CBDC, and other stablecoins. It offers secure, customizable blockchain solutions that prioritize privacy and compliance. Now, if you guys did miss that, yeah, that's basically this announcement. We have here XDC network grows in Brazil, gains system for connection with Drex, and new applications. On top of that, we have 2024 was a transformative year for XDC Network, marked by advancements in trade finance, RWA tokenization, and of course the 2.0 upgrade. Collaborations with Archix, Investax, and others solidified its place in blockchain innovation and adoption. Now, I do have a post actually open up by Generation Infinity regarding all of this. I do want to break that down here in a bit. But there's a lot more that I actually want to go over before we get into that. But we also have NFTs on Fandora's integration with XDC network changes, content IP funding, connecting investors with projects in film, music, and live events. Blockchain powers transparency, liquidity, and staking, creating new opportunities for the creative industry. So listen, there has been some great moves being made by XDC, and this is just 1 week, right? Every other week, we have been seeing update after update from XDC, which has been very exciting to watch. But also, Telecom Web3, this is like T-Mobile, right? This is T-Mobile, basically. We have here, where real-world assets meet real flavor. Telecom Steakhouse number 3, today's menu, XDC. Unlock real-world asset potential. Appetizer, want to start with a small entry? There you go. Prime Numbers Labs, innovative DeFi and NFT solutions on the XDC, such as Prime Port, Prime Fi, and Prime Staking, Ingredients, NFT Marketplace, cross-chain lending and borrowing, liquid staking, XDC Masternode staking, decentralized staking with easy Masternode setup, secure the network, earn rewards, Ingredients network securing rewards, forensic monitoring, and then of course Phantom, comprehensive open source DeFi platform on XDC, and also the home of the FXD stable asset, Ingredients, FXD, lending, vaults, DEX, and RWAs. And then we also have the chef special on the right side. Want the full flavor? Take a bite of the underlying XDC network to enjoy the full RWA experience. XDC hybrid blockchain platform optimized for global trade and finance, Ingredients, XDPOS, consensus mechanism, public and private blockchain elements, RWA, and then of course we have the beverages on the bottom right. Now this is just a little bit of a menu. It's a kind of like, it's just a little bit of a play on, you know, insight on how big XDC actually is and what it offers. But we have, in a world where every detail matters, the strength of a network lies in its innovative ecosystem and trusted infrastructure. Welcome to XDC Network, where enterprise-grade blockchain feels seamless trade finance and RWA applications. At Telecom Steakhouse, we ensure every protocol gets the validation it deserves, serving only the finest blockchain solutions. Looking to stake securely and earn rewards, their Masternode, staking offers the best decentralized staking, opportunity to earn passive income like a perfectly grilled entree, enhancing network security. Craving bold flavors of DeFi, they do outline all of the DeFi ones that we talked about. But at the end of the day, like, this is coming from one of the biggest names out there that, a lot of people are aware of, maybe not in the blockchain space, but, in Web 2, we know how big T-Mobile is. But this is basically their Web 3 side, which in my opinion, as we really think about how big, Web 3 is becoming, a lot of the Web 2 brands will most likely have a Web 3 side to them, where they're really kind of building out a bridge to the Web 3 space. But as we do really kind of look at this, yeah, there's a lot that is being offered right now around the XDC network, which again is why I say, like, a lot of people are overlooking XDC right now and they're not aware of what's actually happening. But also, if we go over here, now this is actually with Andre Casterman. This is his 2025 outlook. Now this got posted by CryptoNerd D. This is, again, Andre Kasserman, one of the biggest names behind XDC. We have XDC Network, Trade Tech, Securitize, and BlackRock. In 2025, you will see an evolution of tokenized investment products, more alignment between policy and technology. Next year, we would also see the US law, MLETR, and more tokenization of illiquid assets. Check this out.
So when we come back in 2025, how do you expect the market to change and evolve?
Even more alignment between policy and technologies, because we know new technologies require new policies, like we have seen in 2023, the ETD Act, English law. We've seen 2024 this year, the French law. Next year, we're going to see the US law and additional countries as well. So more and more alignment between policy and technologies for tracking assets on the blockchain, because that's what MLETR is all about. And more and more tokenization of illiquid asset classes. Capital markets, as I like to tell payment and trade bankers, are far more advanced into leveraging tokenization. So in 2025, we're going to see the evolution of tokenized investment products. So far, it has been around highly liquid asset classes, like US Treasury bills. 2025, we're going to see more and more illiquid asset classes being tokenized. And we have here at the Investor Day, XDC Network, Trade Tech, and Securitize working together on this in trade, but also having worked, Securitize in particular, with BlackRock on those securitized, tokenized investment products. So that's really for 2025 the expectation to see more and more adoption of those new technology options.
That was Andre Kasserman, CEO of TFDI. Andre, thank you very much for joining us on Trade Finance.
Welcome.
So yeah, I mean, as we really look at what's happening in 2025, it feels as though the entire space is changing. The entire environment is changing, and it's putting a spotlight on some of these projects. But again, XDC continues to be overlooked, and I have no idea why. But if we think about it, right, in the last 12 months, we have witnessed some of the biggest announcements that this space has ever witnessed. And it's kind of crazy. You have BlackRock Fidelity, you have Morgan Stanley offering crypto-based, services to their clients, or wanting to at least. The entire regulatory standpoint around crypto starting to evolve and change. I mean, this is shaping up to be one of the craziest years. And we're just in the beginning of January. So think about what's going to be happening over the next 3 months, 6 months. The next 12 months are just going to be a complete trip. I think that 2025 is going to be one of the biggest years historically for crypto. And I really do think that if you hold any of these projects, if you are focused on XDC, if you're focused on utility, now is the best time to lock in completely. And, Generation Infinity put out a great post regarding XDC as well. This was back in December. I just want to quickly scroll through this and just kind of show you guys some of the updates here. You have InvestX launching their tokenization. This is their service platform on the XDC network. On top of that, there's a few other announcements of some big, moves being made. Here we also have another one. This is the XDC Trade Network, unlock the future of digital trade. I mean, when we look at what XDC has behind it right now, it's becoming a network that is building out a bridge to tokenization services, building out a bridge to trade finance, which is a massive market and industry. But it's also, just ignored by the entire space. I do think that XDC, it's going to shock a lot of people. This year, in 2025, I do believe that XDC is going to shock a lot of people by the performance of it. Just because of what we see behind XDC. Look at all the announcements. Look at all the news. This is something that I witnessed with a lot of these projects. It's, pressure and pressure and pressure just building up to explode. And XDC is in that same exact, point, right? It's in that point where we have all these announcements and the price action, even though, we're seeing some nice moves here, it's not on par with the news announcements at all. Some of these announcements that we're seeing around XDC, this thing should be well over 10 plus cents. It should be well over 20 plus cents. This thing should be on fire. Everyone should be talking about XDC, but again, I practically see no one talking about XDC. It's insane to me. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.